Welcome to the lair of the Batty Boffin.
Hi there Batty fans, a little bit more fractions with the Batty Boffin. Today we're going to be talking about dividing fractions. Now this is one of the knotty bits that people sometimes get a little bit twisted around, and twisting is actually part of the solution. Twisting times, I'll tell you about that in a minute. But first of all, let's just have a look at these 4 questions. Some of these have got very obvious answers and some of them make people scratch their head and go, I'm not sure. So let's look at the top one. I'm going to tell you the little story that goes with them, and I know you don't need the story for the earlier ones here, but the reason I'm going to tell you the story is so that you can apply the story to the later ones that are not quite so obvious. So, let's do it with oranges. You've got 6 oranges and you put yourself through a photocopier so that you've got twice as much as before, okay? 6 oranges, twice as much, pretty obviously 12, okay? Next one here, you've got 6 oranges and you put yourself through an, I don't know, a photocopier set on reduce or something like that, so there's only half as much as before. Remember, times is an of, so that's half of 6, half of 6. Again, pretty easy, it's 3, we know that one. Now these ones down here, the share out ones. You have 6 oranges and you share them out into bags of 2. So each bag's got 2 oranges in, okay? So 6 oranges, you share them out into bags of 2. How many bags have you got? Pretty obviously, 3. Here's the one that tends to catch people. You have 6 oranges and you share them out into bags of a half, so that each bag's got half an orange in. 6 oranges shared out into bags of a half. How many bags have you got? 12. Now this is where most people go, hang on a minute, Batty, you're doing a divide. Surely the answer should be smaller. You normally think that divides make things get smaller normally? Or they say, Batty, you've got a fraction half. Surely it should be smaller. Well, no, actually. In the same way that taking away a negative number actually gets bigger, dividing by a fraction gets bigger. Dividing by a normal number gets smaller, but dividing by a fraction gets bigger. Just tell yourself the story of giving out oranges into bags. 6 oranges shared into bags of a half, you get 12 bags. So, this is where our twist and times comes in. That is kind of a little bit awkward, but it gives exactly the same answer as that. And that one's dead easy. We know this in other things because this gives the same answer as that. And actually when we do times a half or divide by 2, we kind of know that that's the same thing. You know, we kind of switch between these two without actually worrying about which one we're doing. Divide by 2 times a half. It's the same thing, just written different ways. Just as these are the same thing, these are also the same thing, just written different ways. The difference is that that one is really familiar and obvious, and this one kind of feels awkward. So in the best mathematical traditions, when you've got a hard way of doing it and an easy way of doing it, we do it the easy way. No point doing it the hard way when the easy way is exactly the same. It's the same maths, it's just that we're more used to that one. So when we are doing divides involving fractions, actually we don't. We twist and times. We know that this is a divide sum and this is a multiply sum. And this, 1 over 2, is the same as that, just twisted upside down. So I'm going to wipe down the board and you're going to see what happens next. Okay, let's say we've got this divide sum. We don't want to bother doing a divide sum because they're a pain in the bum. So we turn it into a multiply sum. We notice what we did with those halves and the 2's and things. The 6, the first number, stayed the same. So the first number stays the same. And what we did, we swapped the 1 over 2 for a 2 over 1. Yeah? So the one down here had a 1 over 2, up there it was a 2 over 1. So we twist and times. Dividing by 1 over 2 was the same as timesing by 2 over 1. So you twist and times. Easy way to remember that is let's twist again like we did last summer. Oh, let's twist again. Twisting times is here. Twisting times, twisting times. So you twist the second one and times. And of course, times in fractions is dead easy. We multiply the tops and we multiply the bottoms. Ta-da! That's it, dead easy. So, for dividing fractions, dividing is actually a real pain in the bum, and maths, the beauty of maths is we can change difficult things into easy things. So we noted the fact that if you twist the second fraction and times, it's exactly the same thing. In the same way that dividing by 2 and timesing by a half is exactly the same thing, it's just written differently. So, twist and times, twist and times. Twist and time is here. And you can do the silly song if you want as well. So, I'm going to wipe down the board and there are going to be some for you to do. See you in a minute. Right, time for a little more twist and times. Twist and times here. So what we're going to do with these green ones here, you keep the first one as it is. The second one, you twist and times. And then give the answer down there. Down here with the blue one again, leave the first one as it is. With the second one, twist and times. And pop the answer down there. The ones over this side, a little more tricky. We've got some mixed numbers in there. So as ever, first thing you're going to do is turn it into a top-heavy fraction. So just rewrite 1.5 and rewrite the sum of out here, still as a divide sum. And then you're going to twist and times and give the answer. Same thing down here. Turn the first number into a mixed number, so from a mixed number into a top-heavy fraction. Leave it as a divide sum until you've got it all there, and then you're going to twist and times. So, have a go please at the green and the blue ones. And then I'll walk through those with you and then we'll do the other ones. Okay, so just the green and the blue for the moment. Right, let's go through those. 2/3, twist, and times. So now we're multiplying. 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 1 is 3. 4/3 is the answer. That's a top-heavy fraction, so that's 1 and 1/3. Please note, 2/3 divided by a half is not a half of 2/3. So the answer is not 1/3. Okay, a half of 2/3 would be a half times 2/3. So we've actually got 4/3 there. On the blue one down here, again, first number stays as it is. Second number, twist and times. Okay, 3 times 4 is 12. 4 times 1 is 4. 12 over 4. That cancels down to, well, 3 exactly, doesn't it? 3 whole ones. And that's reasonable when you think about it. If you have got 3/4 of a pizza shared out into bags of a quarter, so you've got 3/4 of a pizza and you need to put a quarter of a bag into each, quarter of a pizza into each bag, 3/4 shared out into piles of a quarter will give you exactly 3 helpings. Yep, that works. Happy with those? Good. Hope so, because now it's time for the red ones and the black ones. Off you go. First thing to do is to turn the mixed number into a top-heavy fraction. We've got 3 halves divided by 4/6. 4/6 of course can also be written as 2/3. Okay, so now we're going to leave the first number as it is, twist and times. 3 6s are 18 over 8. 18 over 8, that's a top-heavy fraction and it cancels down. So let's see what we get on that. I'm going to cancel down first. I think I'm going to put it down here. So I'm going to make that 9 over 4, which is 2 1/4. So you can turn that into a mixed number first and then cancel down if you prefer, but it works either way. 2 1/4 you should get for the answer for that one. And then the last one down here, 2 2/3, that is 8/3 altogether, divided by 4/5. So we leave the first one as it is, 8/3, twist and times, 5 over 4, I'm going to do that down here. 8 5s are 40, 3 times 4 is 12, And again, that's top heavy and it cancels down. So I'm going to cancel by 2s. Actually, no, I'm going to cancel by 4s, I think. 4s into 40, that's 10. 10 thirds. So that's 3 and 1/3. 3 and 1/3. That's quite a hard one down there at the end. I hope you got that. So that is adding, subtracting, multiplying and dividing we've covered in all these videos. Check out some worksheets if you want some more practice on any of these. And we're going to pop back looking at how to find one fraction of a quantity, like, you know, 4/5 of, I don't know, 900, things like that. So I'll see you in the next time videos. Bye for now, Batty fans.